Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and as you can see, it's the middle of the night. We've done a bunch of welding, and the hangar is progressing pretty well. So we're going to talk about that, walk through, show you what we've done, what we still have to do, and talk about some plans for the rest of this week. First, we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully, you had a fantastic weekend and are having a terrific day thus far. Oh, so yes, we have gotten quite a bit done on the hangar. So, the last time you saw this thing, it was pretty much just framed in. We got the windows in. Went ahead and made a decision on the lower section here, which, we went ahead and did the two-part ramps for. And then one of the little detailing pieces I did on the window is, since we were using the window walls, I went ahead and used the corner pieces for them, the edging, and we used the reverse edges on the other side of the hangar. So all of our windows basically have this little detail in the same corner. We'll take you inside here in a second. We've gone ahead and welded up all of our hydrogen tanks. I may add... I'm trying to decide on whether or not I want to add an additional level of tanks on this side, but I think what we're going to do is take what we have over here and replicate it over here. So we'll end up with another 3 hydrogen tanks on this side, and we'll just have to figure out where we're piping them in. What I may do is I may run... I'm thinking we may do a bend off of here and run it down so that it's not blocking the window there. And then have that pipe into the top of one of the tanks, because the tanks basically line up with these windows. So what we do is we'd end up having it run down and then maybe pipe into the back of it. Or... I don't know. We'll figure something out, but I think we're going to replicate what we have on the other side over here, and then run that out and back and around. We'll turn on lights so you can see over here. So we still have to get the rest of the towers welded up. We haven't gotten that done, obviously. But we did get, like I said, we got a good portion of the hangar area done. I don't know what I'm going to do over here. I'm thinking, because we did end up making a couple of changes, and I don't have lights in here yet, so yeah, is what it is, right? Alright, so you have the hangar space out there, and I mean, we took a look at that before, but I'll take you out there in a moment. So we have what's going to be the first portion of the habitation area. This is going to be like a dining area. So we'll have some tables and some benches in here. If you come up this way, first stop is the operations tower. So you actually have flight ops in here. Bring this up. We have it set up so that we can open and close. There you go. Yeah, we can open and close those. Now the nice thing is that we do have the door. Is these door script easy? Is it easy airlocks? I think it's called, or something like that. So the hangars will stay open. I think the default time is 10 seconds, and then they close. All right. So you don't even have to be here. You just hit the button and run, and you're good to go. So we come around this way. We went ahead and put the 2-part ramps in here, and I'm thinking, am I going to take that out? I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I may do this instead. Yeah, I think we're going to leave that instead of... I think I like that a little bit better. So coming in here. Now we do have lights in here, so we can turn our helmet light off. Now this is a completely pressurized area. Now, I don't have it fully piped in so that we're getting oxygen out of the main base. Well, what used to be the main base. So, now, for the windows, I've originally had these be just the regular window wall all the way up, and then it stopped at the block. And I didn't like the way that looked. It kind of looked unfinished in the way that the rest of this thing is set up. And I think that this actually worked out pretty well, because it's basically, as you're on the walkway, you can still see out the window if you need to for some reason, but you can also see down to the ground. So you have a little bit of a view. You get a little bit of light here in the evening when the sun is setting. So yeah, I'm actually happy with the way that came out. Now, like I said, we gotta weld all that up too. We did the same with the windows on this side, and basically just used the other piece. Like, one of these is the window wall right, and the ones over there are the window walls left. And that just, it makes it feel a little bit more complete. And then we'll need to do the exterior detailing, which we'll probably do on camera. I may do it off camera, just to see how much, depending on how much time we end up with. So yes. Now, one of the things that I did do is we did make a change here. I took one of the or the walkway panels that were here off, and basically, since we have lights on the outer line and we have, the walkways and stuff, this allows me to run conveyor conduits down as far as I need, and then we'll have it cut over in this line. Probably here, maybe here. This might not be a bad idea. Do it here-ish. So we'll actually take those out and we'll have it piped in with a connector up there. Now, what that'll allow us to do is to be able to see the conveyor pipes, so we don't have to go like checking things that are hidden underground or behind walls. And we're pretty certain if something breaks, we're able to find it very quickly. So yeah. All right, let's head back this way. So this is bringing you back into the habitation area, which is still open. Turn our light back on here for you. Now, we did go ahead and weld up some of these areas, like you've got the actual head here, the toilet for those who are not military. And we went ahead and put a window in so that you actually have a little bit of light in here. Now, we will have a light in here somewhere. I may do double lights on this block. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh, we may just put a regular interior light in here. So I just have to put one light so it lights the whole thing up. Coming out here, you have another air vent, which obviously has not been welded up. You have another one here. And again, entire area is compartmentalized and airtight. And then you have basically the shower room. Yes, there are fewer showers than toilets, and that's for a reason. Mainly because of the fact that I needed to have fewer of them so I could actually have some space to walk around. And then we haven't built it yet, but what we're going to do is I'm going to do basically a line of windows down here. And then in between each bed will be a desk. So you'll end up with, 4 beds, 4 desks. And then you have a bunch of storage space here, which I have not decided if I am moving yet or not. Because I like the way that this works. But I'm not sure it's going to work the way that I want. We'll see. And then in here, no, just kidding. There's a window. All right. We have a small bedroom. And then again, we carried the motif that we started with the windows in the main hangar area through here. And so when you look at it from outside, these actually line up with the windows in the rest of the hangar space. Now, we do have all of this pressurized. Again, it's not piped in. This will actually connect down there through the oxygen tanks once those are welded up and finished. And all of that will be piped in. And basically I wanted to have an area that when, if something went wrong, I could try and identify where the problem was without having to go outside. Because even with really good airlock systems, you can sometimes lose atmosphere going through the doorways. So this way you don't have to go out to be able to find stuff. Alright, so if we go this way, show you what we got going on over here. Now, I may take these out. Right now, they're the only thing holding that window in, and I'm thinking I may do basically what the dev team did with this build, where they put the unfinished switch panels on it. I may do that, or I may do a light over it. I haven't decided yet. And then the stuff up here, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm not a huge fan of the way that that came out. So what I may do is I may replace this with the regular cubes and do say like one cube, and then the back end of that 45, basically to replicate this particular styling, just to make it a little bit more consistent. Because as it's set up right now, it's kind of awkward. I guess I could actually flip those. That might not be a bad idea, actually. Hold on a second. Let me, what I'm thinking is maybe something like this. Let's try that. And I'm out of plates. Okay. So maybe something like that, or flip it the other way. Let's try flipping it the other way. So if we go this way instead, so if we do that, that's not what really matters. See, what I would like is a single block solar panel. If we had single block solar panels, that would be perfect. Because then I could put those up here. I mean, I guess I could technically put solar up here, huh? Not sure what we're going to do with it yet. But the idea is was basically something that I'd seen on like real world warehouses. This kind of design. Now on a real world warehouse, there would generally be some kind of vent or window in here. But you know, and like I said, the other option is we do something like let's go there. I know I just took those out, right? There. You know, basically, like I said, we continue that line. And that ends up looking something like this. Which might not be bad.
Energy low.
Right. Do that. Let's see. How do you look? I mean, it looks better. Thinking we're gonna have to go half blocks. Let's go something like this. And then how's that looking? That's looking, I think that's looking a little bit better. Yeah, I'm thinking I like that a little bit better. And we're able to get things done with significantly less plates used. Alright, look at that. Now, I may continue that forward a little bit. I am really tempted to put something here. Alright, so let's go. What do we need for that? Interior plates, right? Let's see, what I'm thinking about is something like that. Oh, I mean, I guess we could even do something like that. That could be interesting.
Energy critical.
Oh, I know what we can do. I keep forgetting these are a thing now. So we could do that. Construction components. Whoopsie. Oh, that was close. Alright. 1 second. Let me in. Thank you. First things first, we're going to grab a little bit of power. We need construction components. It's just construction components. Let's heal 2. So if we do... let's go 2 of these. And so what I'm thinking here is just something like this. We can take those off and the window will stay in place. Now, one of the things that we could do is if we want it to have a little bit of consistency here, you know, we could do 2 more here or do them on the ends. Oh, on the ends would look, well, maybe. Hold on a second, let me go ahead. Let's grab enough for 4 of these. Now I could go into Hangar and grab those parts, but it's okay. Alright, so what we're talking about here is that auto rotate has turned itself on again. 2, 3, and 4. Let's see what this looks like. And number 4. There we go. All right. I kind of like it. It almost looks like basically like the rails are keeping it in place, like there's negative pressure or something. I like it. I mean, we could even go so far as, let's take this one and we'll take that one. What we could do is we could do that. Like we could have them inside here. We still have some room. I could put a desk in here and, yeah, put a desk in there maybe. And so you have that. I kind of like that. I think we'll go with that. And then... yeah. Let me know what you think. Throw it down in the comments. Do you like it with the ones above and below, off to the side, or some combination of them? Doesn't matter, you know, just let me know what you think about that design. Alright, so we still need to get desks. Get you out of there. No. We want you. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Those are our interior plates. That's fine. We've got them queued up. And now we have all of the components. Mwahaha. And so I've been trying to decide, do I want to go with the full-size desk or the corner desk? Because the corner desk means, you know, basically it's a little bit clearer, a little bit more clear whose desk it is. And I guess, you know, I'm not talking about needing, like, you're not actually eating or anything up here, so that might not be a bad way to go. That. And part of the reason why I'm going ahead and welding these up is that so that in the case that I need to get power while I'm out and about, I don't have to make my way through the base. I can just jump in here. And we're going to take you out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, I guess we do need, what is that? Lockers. Yes, we do need those. 4, and then this is a utility locker, which will house supplies for the showers and toilets. Okay. What do you need to finish anyway? Ow. Let's go ahead and grab last few things. Two, 3, and 4. And for those who aren't sure what I'm doing, basically when you look at the block that's incomplete, you right click on it and it adds it to your build planner. So I've been, oh hello. Really, are we out of plates? We might be out of plates. We're out of plates, okay. You, little 1,000 of those. Give it a 5 count. There we go. Alright. We're getting that much closer to having the base done. Well, at least the hangar portion. Now, what I am going to do for the rest of this build, well, I shouldn't say for the rest of the build, for what we have right now, so we have that tower and these 2 towers. So the towers themselves, I'm going to weld up. I'll do all of this, basically all of the welding for this from this point to that point without putting it on camera. I'm just going to go through and weld all of this crap up because you saw me weld the first one. Well, you saw me work on the first one. These are just duplications of it. One thing that we will be changing on these is that these 2, the stairs will come up in the reverse order that they did from the first 2 towers. And basically it's just because it's just to reflect which side of the base you're on. So if you know that if the stairs are on one side, you're on, you know, the related side of that base. So a little architectural trick to help you be able to find things without having to directly say you are right here. You know, it's like, all right. So yeah. So we'll weld all of this stuff up off camera. We'll weld that one up off camera, and what we'll be doing on Wednesday is the 2 landing pads that come off of this side. Because now we have that landing pad there. We're going to have a landing pad that's basically in the middle of this. So the hangar will actually be down here, and then we'll have the wheels for columns like we did over on the other one. That will raise this up, and it'll give us a landing pad area here. And what we'll do is we'll have the front of that landing pad tie into this walkway, and I'm thinking probably this set of stairs right there, or that piece there, will be tied into a stairwell. We'll probably have it come down, I don't know, one set of stairs and shift back this way. But the idea is that we're going to have a bunch of smaller landing areas. So you know how we have these small to medium-sized ships. I mean, they're definitely an intermediate build size. So we'll have something that we can actually land something like that on, or you know, a bunch of smaller, large block ships, because we're going to need to like utility craft and things, and we're going to need a place to park all of that stuff. So I'm thinking we're going to have it park over here, and then we'll have, you know what I may do actually? Get you out of there. What we could do is we leave this like it is and have, oh, I don't know, let's see. We did
Energy low.
I want to say we did the 1-bys. Right. Those are the large block 1-bys, right? Yeah, 1-bys. So what I'm thinking here is we go can I get away with let's go 1, 2, 3. We do the same over here. Ah, I need plates. Curse you. Right. I was gonna say my mechanical hands, but I don't have mechanical hands. I have engineering hands, so yeah. Right, so let's go ahead and grab those. Alright. And then over here, we're gonna go and 4. We'll do the same on this side. Actually, how many blocks are off center is it? That's 1 center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is where it's gonna be. There we go. Alright. And we need 4 of these. There. Alright.
Energy critical.
And so we will end up with, I don't know, say something like that. And that's going to be the walkway, so So it'll be something like this, maybe? Actually, no, we'll make that the front. Because we can. Let's turn off our light so it gives us about 30 seconds more life than... So how far out was that? That adds 3 to the side. There we go.
No energy.
Crap. Oh. Alright. Hey, look, we get to look at our build while we're sitting here. Enough power. Okay. Oh. I kind of want that to come back a little bit further, I think. So you come up there. Itchy nose. Okay. So you went there to there. Take you out there. Kind of liking where that's going. Maybe. That might work. What did we do? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6, 7, and then we'll bring this back this way. And then on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, look at that. The panda can count. Okay. And then for you, let's go something like that. Like that. Do the same over here. Basically just trying to make sure that this thing is attached a little bit better than just, you know, one random block holding the whole thing together. I'm thinking for you guys. A little something like that. And do one more over here. There we go. We may just do this. Alright. So that gets us a little bit closer here. And then what I've been doing for these wheels is when I weld them up, I will actually just weld them up with everything, well, just steel plates on board.
Energy low.
To give them a little bit of durability. Let's see how. Come on. There we go. Now see, I'd like to be able to do that all the way across. I may take that last wheel out. Yeah, let's take that last wheel out. So if we do that and that. There we go. Alright, that works for me. And then what we'll do here is... That's going to be... This is basically the undercarriage area. So none of the stuff that we're placing in here right now is things that are expected to get welded up. This is all going to stay wireframe except for the wheels. And basically we're going to do what we did for the columns over on the other side. Let's see. So if we do... this to here... to here... Although I may need to shift these so that we have kind of what we have on this other side. So what was that? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2. And there. And what we're looking for is that.
Energy critical.
Yes, yes, I know. I'm down to the... Ah! Gotta be careful. Always drifting around up here, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and basically all we're doing is building a, you know, a skeletal structure that isn't actually doing anything other than appearance. But it's always nice to have a little bit of, you know, mechanical engineering and structural engineering involved, right? So those are load transference. And then what I would, if this was a real building, I would probably have a support. I figure that's steel. You could probably get somewhere in this area. I would probably have a column coming up. But this isn't a real building, so we don't have to worry too much about that. All right, let's go grab some. Let's go grab some go juice here. Look, we have go juice. Yay! I do need to get those tanks and everything welded up and get this whole thing piped into the rest of the network. Alright, so... if we do that and that, got a little bit more to do here. Come on. So this is the one thing I don't like about working with the wheels when you're doing this kind of stuff. Because if you're in creative mode, you can just do a click and drag. But when you're in survival, you don't get that option. Right. And we're going to go ahead and repeat that process once more. And you'll see why I'm doing the support here that we are. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Ah, there you go. Let's see if we can get the angle that we need for that. Perfect. Alright, so that gives us a lot of load balancing on this side. Well, I should say load transference. It is almost 11 o'clock my time on Sunday night when I am recording this, so I am a little bit loopy. I've been in and out all day trying to get things done and situations resolved, which, you know, I think we've gotten most of it at this point, which is a good thing. Come on. So we got that, turn off. Oh, I'm out of steel plates. I ran out of steel plates. Didn't I have like... Oh, I only picked up like 300 or 400 of them, that's right. Okay. Let's go... We don't need too many more of these. At least for right this second. That's done, that's done. You are braced. So we only have to do this once. Now the reason I'm going with these instead of the ramp blocks like we did here is because of the way that they're tying together and where they're tying together. So this area already has basically a lot of mass on it, and so I want to be able to pull some of that stress into this area, so it's basically on this column and the same over there. Now again, this is not something you need to do in Space Engineers. Just trying to add a little bit of realism in our space game. What I may do is I may actually come back, rip all this out, and use walkways. Basically just invert the walkways on it. Because if you do that... I already have it. Okay, so if you do this... So instead of having it like that, we'd end up with something like this. Running down the length of it. Here, I'll show you. Show you why I'm thinking about this. And then, so basically what that allows you to have is something that, as far as Space Engineers is concerned, is structurally sound as the blocks, you know, as regular steel blocks. But it ends up giving you something that looks a little bit better, in my opinion. Now we could still use these as cross trusses. So let's see. I may do that. I'm kind of liking the way that that's looking. This row is going to come out no matter what I do. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of these now so I don't forget about it. Alright. But you see what I'm saying is that you get something that looks structurally sound that doesn't have quite so much, I guess, bulk to it. I don't know how else to describe it. Let me know what you think. Once all of this is in, we're going to have some walkways up here. And that's the other reason to use these, is because then what I could do is basically just double these up. So we have walkways on one side, and then we go... Not that it's necessarily going to run this line, but you can have something like this, you know. So you have some areas down here where you're going to be able to get around under the landing area. And again, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the layout we're going to use. Just giving you some ideas here. And then for these, we're going to need it to come up 1, 2 blocks. So I'm thinking, let's go simple. Just something like this, maybe. Actually, let's go I could even go all the way out. What did I do on the other one? I did this vertically, didn't I? No, I did that. Okay. And then we just used the transition, the outside and inside corner blocks for those, which should be fine. Helps if I have that on the right block. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. Alright, and hopefully that gives you an idea of what we're talking about here. You guys are actually going to go ready for right now. Oh no, that's right. I forgot they're all on the one block line now. Alright, so you're going that way. So you would go there. So you would do that. You do that, and then we'd have a block there. And basically we do that in each of the corners, just to square things up. We'll end up running those down, and then we'll have the blast doors filling in the middle. I might have that come out one more. I don't know. Alright. So I will probably play around with a little bit of this design. So it might be a little different when you come back next time. But this episode has actually gone much longer than I was expecting for it to on a Sunday night recording session. So we're going to call this one here. I'm going to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, haven't done so already, want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Not only is it a easy thing to do to keep up to date with what's going on around here, it's a really nice thing to do for me on this lovely Monday while everyone is under quarantine. Because I'm going a little stir crazy. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And hopefully staying healthy out there. As always, folks. Take care and be safe out there, everybody. Oh, we got a lot to do before Wednesday. Oh. Oh, I just realized how much welding I have. Oh, bloody hell.